Yo, homie, what if Garfield's series was actually kinda more about John Arbuckle than it was about Garfield? Let's rewind, relive, and reflect with the world of Garfield and friends right after this killer track.
Let's go back in time, we can just hit rewind. What a terrific notion, it's cartoon commotion.
Homie, you're hanging out in the right place for 80s and 90s cartoon nostalgia insights. I'm Cade, your favorite cartoon weirdo, and as usual, I'm joined by my banjo-playing little buddy and all-around super talented co-host, my pet pig, Jiggy. Rewind with us back to the 80s as we zone in on Garfield's meal ticket and two-legged pal, John Arbuckle. Why John? Well, sometimes you might have seen John as a major bummer of an obstacle for Garfield, even maybe as a background character to Garfield's life. But homie, that's just not true. We're flipping the script on that because there were times where Garfield and friends put the spotlight on John, and through their relationship, we get to see the hidden strengths and desires of his character. Of course, Garfield is still about Garfield the cat, but his troubles are so not human, because, well, he's a cat. His personality is about as layered as he is fat, but his troubles are very one-dimensional. That's why I think we can relate more with John as we grow up. All kids know what it feels like to be hungry, and they can be super lazy, and they want to get what they want when they want it. The younger you are, the easier it is to feel a kindred spirit with Garfield. John is an awkward adult, just trying to make a living and provide for his pets. And Garfield makes that no easy task, yet John loves him anyway. Pause for a sec. Okay, so we're gonna have a bonus episode on the strength of John's love for Garfield, but right now, we're talking about how we should see John as a character, so just keep it rolling, okay? Growing up, we gather more adult responsibility, much like John. He cares and provides for his pets, like they're his own children, and they basically are. That is so right, Jig! Homies have also told me that he's the best cat dad. That matters for sure, but let's go deeper into John's personality and what he represents for us. Besides being super ultra awkward in social situations, John also is unlucky in love, and very passionate about organizing his sock drawer. What a guy! Embrace the quirks and then look beyond them. What else is John? For sure, Jiggy! I was about to mention John's quirkiness. John also has these random gnarly moments of insane outbursts that seem sort of abnormal for even him. It's sort of like he tries to come off as an average, mild-mannered dude that's got it all together. But this is a guy who once used mayonnaise in a recipe instead of whipped cream because they're both white. John's vibe is a child at heart, desperately trying to fit in with the world around him. It's clear that he tries to keep a lot of that on the down low, held deep inside himself where other people don't see it all that often. One notable moment like this is in the episode Box So Fun. Great episode, really liked that one. John sent both Garfield and Odie outside to play when he struggled to understand their imaginary adventures with his empty cardboard box. He took it to another room and, with enough curiosity pent up inside of him, he put it up over his head like a helmet and started to pretend that he was a knight of the round table, showing us that he's also very imaginative. John has a very authentic childlike nature that's uniquely him. He doesn't always let that part out in the world around him. Garfield comments on this side of John because he sees it more often than anyone. He comments on John's life as a narrative perspective of him. Really, he's a dude who tries to look and act like he's got his whole life together, but on the inside, he's totally wigging out, man. Like his reaction to the grocery bill in the episode Green Thumbs Down. He's seriously freaked out. He shoved the money in the delivery boy's mouth. It was hysterical. 5 stars. We should totally do a top 5 hysterical John moments or something like that, huh, Jiggy? Oh, 11-7? I mean, I'm sure there's enough moments out there, Jig, but I don't think our homies had that kind of time. Okay, so like I was saying, John pays the bills, John drives the car, John struggles with his career. He's the driving motivation behind most of the stories in Garfield's world, because he's our child at heart adult in this situation. That can be crazy relatable in whatever stage of life we find ourselves in. Let's spin that again, homie. Not only is John the driving motivation of most everything going on in Garfield's world, he also wishes he could be more like Garfield. No, Jiggy, I don't mean that he wants to be a cat. Though there was an episode where that sort of happened. It was a dream sequence. Yeah, it was freaky weird, but still funny, and it was full of insightful bits on the characters, so let's just unpack that. John secretly wishes to be more like Garfield, as in his personality. Carefree, unrestricted, and unrestrained by the shackles of normal responsibility. In a way, Garfield sort of completes him. Garfield can go about playing freely, imagining he is whatever he wishes he could be. He could be a real troublemaker too. And then John will turn around and forgive Garfield's antics and mischief in a heartbeat. Sure, he's mad at first, but John's love for his cat defies all of this reasonable anger. Okay, pause again here for a second. Just a reminder, we have a bonus episode on this. It's going to be called For the Love of Garfield, showing the strength of John's character. Okay, no more interruptions. I just wanted you to know that, homie. Alrighty, now play it. John's bumpy ride in life is like an opposite-day scenario in connection to Garfield's scene. But still, Garfield needs John in order to keep on cruising. Garfield could also totally be like a representation of John's zipped-up hidden wish of a childlike spirit that's jammed on hold. Of course, I don't mean that's all Garfield is. As I mentioned earlier, this doesn't take away from Garfield's character at all. But it does mean something more for us that I think we all overlook now and then. John's hidden wish is to live without the mask of adulthood that everyone expects him to wear. Man. Now, isn't that relatable? Haven't you ever felt that people assume you should be a certain way as an adult? You know, let go of your creativity, personality, everything that makes you interesting so that you fit in with the world around you? John was desperately trying to keep those kid-at-heart impulses deep down inside of him, while holding his life together, contrasting that with the super-uber-chill Garfield. Major opposites, but they're kinda like two sides of a killer cassette, each jamming in sync with the other's tune. Totally in need of each other. The most radical part, homie, is how we can see that middle ground, the bridge that links their jam to ours. That connection with us right there is the magic key.
If you enjoyed the show, the only way it grows is if you share it with a homie, so they can know. Come join the commotion, cartoon commotion. Come join the commotion, yeah, cartoon commotion.
Cookie shoutouts! Eric Grant, Carrie Cube, John Ellis, Legion of Comics, Marcia Sullivan, Sherry Edgett, Kate Utterback, and of course ToyStalker.com. And just so you know, we are brought to you by the fine folks of the Cereal Box Network. CerealBoxNetwork.com. Lay us out, Jiggy.